Evening YouTube. Today I want to talk about some of the drivel I used to hear in school assembly about when they'd have little clandestine history lessons, but politically correct ones. These history lessons are about how the British people fought and died for democracy and why young people should vote. Well, I now know this was a load of Tommy rot, to put it politely. In films like a recent film, The 300, about the Spartans, it portrays them as opponents of despotism, which is true. They opposed the despotic Persian Empire, but also as proponents of democracy, which is barely true of Athens, never mind Sparta. The truth is that they were supporters of oligarchy, midway between democracy and tyranny. But because modern people have this dualistic view of politics, either democracy or dictatorship, oligarchies are almost unknown in modern people. The same is true of the film Cromwell. That portrays Cromwell as a Democrat. I'm sure the levelers and the diggers would be furious if they could see it now. Once again, this idea that the worst battles on English soil, the bloody war on English soil, was nothing really to do with democracy, in as much as the leaders of the parliamentarians were not interested in extending the vote. The vote was not extended. They may have abolished the House of Lords and the monarchy, but that doesn't make them democratic, does it? And of course, our last civil war happened 86 years before democracy really started. Now, democracy started in 1832 with the Great Reform Act. That is objectively true. That was the first extension of the vote since 1415, I believe. But the Prime Minister at the time, Earl Grey, was not a Democrat. He didn't extend votes from upper class people to middle class to create a democracy. He did it to break the middle class allegiance with the radical working classes. He could see there was no hope for the system. If I can quote from him, "There is no one more decided against annual parliaments, universal suffrage, and the ballot than I am. My object is not to favour, but to put an end to such hopes and projects." Not much of a Democrat. And the suffragettes have got a reputation as Democrats, which is absurd because they were opposed to the extension of the vote to working class men and to working class women. They only wanted the vote extended to middle and upper class women. And they were hardly very radical because in 1914 they ceased all their activities simply because we were at war with Germany. They were more loyal to Britain than they were to their own politics. So, not very radical, certainly not democratic. If anyone deserves the label of Democrats, it's the suffragists, the non-violent branch, who allied with the unions and the workers and the socialists. But I'm afraid history's forgotten them. Anyway, that's enough cynicism for tonight. See you, YouTube. Bye.